I mean, just crazy.
Well, no, I think that there's a couple things. So what is the sort of distinction between the utility token and security token?
How we test, obviously. We need to pass it how we test. Well, actually not. The whole purpose is not to pass it how we test.
Right.
We consider it as a utility token, but SSC is actually screwing one screw after another, and we heard pretty emotional speech. Actually, it was published by, I think, Financial Times. Pretty emotional speech of SSC manager who said, like, that was a message for American lawyers, like, guys, whatever you're doing, just stop doing that. You're helping scam projects just to get the market, and I'm not sure if this is the right approach, especially in American jurisprudence, since basically whatever is not forbidden is actually legal. And he's going beyond the law by just stressing that SEC will somehow choose these people who are right now dodging the regulation. I don't see a big issue with dodging of regulation. I mean, if you're within the boundaries, if you're not doing anything wrong, if you're not, like, you know, intentionally breaking the law, you should be pretty safe. Otherwise, it becomes some kind of totalitarian regulation.
So I want to get your, since you've been very successful in scaling to 100 million, what are your thoughts about Jamie Dimon and the way he sort of has trolled Bitcoin and the whole blockchain space, but then to revert back to being a supporter? Your thoughts?
No idea. Actually, I think probably he wanted to dump it and then buy it low, but you never know. I think maybe he lacks some media hype and media presence, so he, as usually, rightfully so, call him a troll. When a person, like the person is trolling, he lacks attention. When you enter in some kind of a community, basically slapping on the face the most popular person in the community will get you a lot of attention. Right. So he basically just slapped Bitcoin to get his 4 seconds of fame. That's kind of my approach.
Okay, great. So I'd love to know. So the goal. What do you feel is the global impact of sort of this blockchain and crypto, specifically in territories or jurisdictions like China versus other areas that are kind of banning? So what are your thoughts about this different play around the world, and what are the hotspots?
The banning is actually a pretty tricky issue because there are lots of talks about banning, but no actual banning. So these talks just emerge, then crypto market reacts like everybody's dumping everything because they heard the rumors that China will dump it. Then nothing happens, crypto again goes up. So these are like rumor circulation, and those people who are actually throwing these rumors, they're probably shorting. So that's my opinion. China will not abandon crypto because it's a big part of the national economy. 82% of global Bitcoin are mined in China. In terms of regulation, yes, China loves to regulate. It's, well, a pretty interesting country, and I think they will not only regulate, they will substitute. So basically, if you want to do these ICOs, you will be obliged to do it on some, government platform, which is right now is now. If you're doing this on now, you're quite fine, you're compliant, of course, you can do it for Chinese market. If you're trying to do this on some other platform, you may have some issues. And since the Chinese market is the most dynamic in terms of liquidity, people will probably comply with it. As to the hotspots, I would suggest South Korea. There are also lots of rumors in terms of regulation and strengthening the so to say, borders and regulations for cryptocurrencies. Although South Korean market is extremely dynamic. South Koreans are totally open and cosmopolitan. They love everything new. They love crypto. They love Ethereum, particularly. They mine a lot of Ethereum. And the economy of Korea is fantastic. Especially they live in the next century. Everything is digitized there. So this digital era and digital tokens and whatever digital economy fits them perfectly. So despite all the regulation, you cannot ignore that the country actually is beyond the industry and beyond the traditional economy.
So there's also this question of sort of the level 2 of this, and that is that, okay, it's been sort of ingrained in people's sort of minds, people being gatekeepers, corporations. What is next? How are sort of major corporations? Because the challenge is what do you do with this currency? How do you go from fiat to this to buy things and make things operational? How does this become operational in the real world?
It is operational. Well, it is operational. And the whole point of decentralization is not having a big corporation, not having any big brother who is handling it. Decentralization is actually key. Although adaptation of cryptocurrency in the crypto economy by huge corporation is actually essential, and it happens right now because all these corporations need access to this excessive liquidity that is right now flowing all over the market. They want to get this money, and that's my.
I think my question was more of a consumer point. So how do they adopt a sort of a white label solution, or is it that they create their own ICO and have their own sort of coins and digital currency?
It may be anyway, since ICOs and issuance of the new tokens becomes more and more regulated space, there might be other options. But so far, it is still kind of welcoming area for experiments. So you can do a lot of that and still get funding and reward your investors for their risk taking.
So what's next for BANKEX? Like, what is not what's next, but what is the 12-month plan?
Implementation. So we're deploying our roughly about 30 products right now. So we're much more interested in local exposure and exposure with local leaders and global corporations presented in Switzerland. We love to meet our partners from New York here, so lots of people from Hong Kong here. So it's kind of a global hub where all the people that are interested in new layers of the economy are right now in Davos, and it's surprising that we have at least 3 venues devoted to blockchain. So blockchain is actually accepted by global economy leaders, and it is widely kind of acknowledged that it is happening right now. So we need to ride this wave the proper way and make everyone rich.